All right, so I'm gonna start this one off.
Okay.
So we didn't get the chance to go see Transformers this summer at the movie theaters, but we got a chance to watch it last night on streaming services, and yeah, it was pretty good, man. Yep. I wouldn't say I went in with low expectations, but at this point, they didn't make so many Transformer movies. It's almost like Marvel. It's almost like candy. Yeah. So sometimes you could get a little sick of candy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I wish I would have seen this in the theater. Yeah. For sure. It
definitely probably would have been pretty good.
I'm a little hurt that we didn't, because like one thing that I love about Transformers is the sound. Yep. Chris and I watched the first Transformers with Michael Bay a few years ago, and we couldn't believe, one, how the movie stood up so well with today's movies. Right. But the movie sounded so good. Yeah. Like the movie it was like the star of the film.
Hey,
that
when did that movie come out? It came out 2008?
2008 or 07.
Yeah.
So
it still holds up.
Michael Bay, like, I knew that's what I was really excited to see. Like, the visuals, the visual effects, whatever. Right. I wanted to hear the sound. And it really didn't disappoint me. We got surround sound in our house, so we were still able to capture some of that good quality sound. But definitely wish we would have seen it in the theaters. But the sound, this movie sounds so amazing. Right. Like I said before, this is my favorite part as a filmmaker, is the sound. That sound design, the Foley. That's what makes a movie cinematic. And it sounded amazing. So.
And it's almost 100 times more important in Transformers because of like they're aliens, but they're also machines. And so you got to find like what would that sound like? It has to. There's a very thin line between being believable and unbelievable.
Exactly, and they did a really good job. And I'm pretty sure they just use stock sound at this point. They didn't got their whole Transformers library, but. Right. Sounds really good, man. Yeah. Optimus Prime voice. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Optimus Prime is always.
His voice is amazing. Like everybody sounded good. So happy fan over here. Right. As far as the sound goes, I guess we're going to jump into it. We really don't have anything to talk about. We watched it last night on our couch. Yeah. It was relaxing. It was a really good movie. We really enjoyed it. So definitely. You want to go ahead and jump into what you like, what you didn't like, or?
Yeah, I'll jump into it. Okay. I'll start with what I liked, because one thing I will say I liked was like the action, the fight scenes. Of course, action was like, it was still very reminiscent of like the old, the very first Transformers. It was very intense, very chaotic, but yet somehow still like just beautifully done, especially the last scene. Yeah. Like for me, the movie started off for me like it wasn't bad, but it just was just kind of like, okay, it just feels like I'm watching the Transformers movie. I felt like the movie finally came into its own towards the end, and like that final battle to me was so fire. I was like, okay, this is what I was kind of coming to see. So they didn't disappoint. By the end, I wasn't disappointed. So the action definitely was what did it for me, because it wasn't the same as all the other, or at least to me, it didn't feel the same as all the other.
Try to make it different with I may misprint. What was those other Transformers? Primals or?
Oh no, I can't even remember.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember.
So I'm not that deep into the Transformers world, because like I didn't even know about the animals. I didn't even know about the animal Transformers, so I thought that was cool, and that brought like a different element that kind of made it different from the rest of the sequels that they made. One of my favorite parts was I didn't know the movie was set in the 90s.
Oh, right.
So the nostalgia hit very close. Like, super. It was super dope, and I think whoever idea was that to set it in like not the present day but the past, that definitely helped shape it and made it its own little Transformers and separated from the rest. I definitely had to say that, because I didn't know it was in the 90s. New York. Thought was dope. The main character, I think he did a really good job. Anthony Ramos. I first seen him. It was in Spike Lee. She's Gotta Have It, the adaptation. For Netflix. So he came a long way. Like, he has a lot of charisma. He looks good on screen, but you really can't fail with that Mars character, right? Because you gotta. It's such a centric character, but he really did his thing, and he's not your typical action hero that you would see, He's Hispanic or Puerto Rican?
Yeah, I think Puerto Rican,
Puerto Rican. He's not that tall, but he did a really good job as the lead of this movie. So I'm looking forward to the sequel. They kind of teased it at the end. I
think him and Dominique Fishback, it was really dope to see, like, two people that you typically wouldn't expect to see in like an action blockbuster.
And that's what I really enjoyed about it the most. It was like a high budget action movie, but it still had like different cultures represented throughout it. Yeah. And it almost felt like, I don't want to say a black movie, but it kind of gave me that vibe, you know, because of the music and the choices and everything. So just like we were just talking about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one, they built that empathy right away with the character when they showed that he got kicked out of the military. Yeah. He was trying to get a job, and then on top of that, his brother got sickle cell, and they can't afford proper health care. So they did a really good job bringing you in, making you care, because that's the number one thing you have to do as a director, as a filmmaker, as a writer. It starts on the page. Exactly. That's why I think it's so absurd that they're having these strikes. And these companies don't want to pay these writers because everybody knows a good movie starts on the page. Yeah, starts with the script. And if they don't build that empathy for the character, we're not going to give a damn about the story. We're not going to give a damn about anything.
All the explosions and fighting robots, all of that don't matter.
Why would we care? So they did a really good job of making us, feel empathy, and so certain people can relate to that. Right. So they did a really good job with that. Dominique, she's having a really great year. She was in the show with what's the name of that crazy show? Swarm. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, Swarm is a good show, but it's a very peculiar taste. Yeah, I'm happy to see a female serial psycho killer. Yeah. And I do like the premise, but that show sometimes it could get a little intense. Yeah, it was wild. From her to go from doing Swarm to being a co-star in Transformers, it just shows her depth and range as an actor. Exactly. It's amazing, right? Right. It's amazing because, like, even in Swarm, we got to talk about that one.
Oh, yeah, we should.
In Swarm, like, she played, like, the levels, man, I am not even going to get into it, but she looked amazing.
It was good. She did an excellent job getting into that character because when I saw her in an interview, I was like, wow, she's completely a different person.
What really impressed me was when she got into the character at the end, when she was playing like
the last episode.
Guy,
that was a really good episode.
She killed it, like the mannerisms. And, because I've been around those type of people, and that's exactly how they act.
Exactly, and like showing. We could talk. We could do a different one.
Yeah, we can talk about that later. But she does a really good job. And one thing I liked about her character in this, because normally in the Transformers series or in these action blockbusters, you have a girl, but she's the sexy girl. Yeah. So
and she's like the damsel in distress.
The damsel in distress. So you're going to rewind. Well, the Meg character from the first one.
I was going to say, like, you also turn it around like they're capable.
Yeah, she was capable. But she wasn't like. With Dominique, not saying she's not attractive, but her sex appeal, like how sexy she is, wasn't
the main focal point of her character.
Yeah. So that was just dope to see. She was very smart, intelligent, and I love very smart and intelligent and sophisticated worlds and stuff like that. So it was cool to see like a woman on screen in an action movie, but in a different sense. Because don't get me wrong, I love the whole sexy woman and damsel in distress shit too. So I ain't gonna lie to you. I love that too. Like Meg Ryan, she looked so cute. She had on her.
Megan Fox?
Megan Fox. Yeah. I said Meg Ryan.
You about 15 years too early.
When Harry met Sally.
Right.
But she looked cute with back then, the low cut skirts and jeans used to be in, and her abs, God. Yeah. But it was just cool to see this, man. It was cool. I think it's important, like, for young black kids and Puerto Rican, Hispanic, or people of color, whatever color you are, to see this movie. I think it was very important, and congrats to the director, Steven. Yeah. He did it, man. He was the person that directed Creed 2.
Okay,
and
cool.
The person who wrote and directed They Clone Tyrone, he had some part into this as well. I just don't know in what capacity, but he was attached to this project as well.
He got some hits under him.
Got some hits, man. Yeah. We need more millennials and Gen Z. We need more people breaking into Hollywood earlier, because they're going to continue to raise that bar, and we're going to get some really dope stories, because Transformers was really dope. It was very unique. Yeah. It was his perspective, and that's something I can like really appreciate.
What else did you like about the movie?
Oh, I thought the story was okay, but with big action blockbusters, you really don't need like a a award-winning script or anything. You just need to make sure everything makes sense and setups and payoffs and get the story invested. It's more It's more for like going to see those robots and stuff.
It's the spectacle.
The spectacle of it, and the brand.
Exactly.
Like I said, I really liked the characters. The story was pretty good. It wasn't terrible because the story is terrible. It's gonna be a bad movie anyways, regardless.
Exactly. Yeah.
I love the fact that it was set in the 90s.
Right.
Let me see. His little brother. I thought his little brother was adorable.
Yeah.
I liked how much heart his little brother had.
I love their relationship.
The relationship was so cute.
Mm-hmm.
And I just loved that it was an adult family movie, and this is a different perspective. Y'all. It was a fly right there, but it's just a different perspective of what we've seen the Transformers franchise to ever display. Okay. That's what I really liked about it. It was so different.
Yeah,
it's like they did it with Bumblebee too.
Oh,
I thought Bumblebee was very unique.
It was.
It was okay. It was like, I do agree with people. They did say this new Transformers was the best Transformers since the first trilogy. I will agree. Me personally, I have to agree to that.
Okay.
I really didn't like the ones with Mark Wahlberg. And I love I love Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, I didn't see any of those. Yeah. I think this is only, not including Bumblebee, like the ones
Bumblebee
called Transformers.
Was Bumblebee set in the past too, right? It was like in the 80s?
So. I can't rember.
Okay. I believe Bumblebee was set in the 80s or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it. What's some things you enjoyed?
I mean, honestly, I was going to say, like, that was about it for me. Like, you named everything that I liked. I wanted to get into things I didn't like.
Okay.
So, like, what I didn't like, you said the story was okay. I personally didn't care for the story. Like, I got it. I got everything
as
far as...
story.
Yeah, it was just a story. And like I was saying, as far as investment, character investment was there a little bit, but it didn't really click for me until probably halfway through, like when they got to Peru. And, like, though, actually, as a matter of fact, I think the whole movie turns around for me as soon as they get to Peru. Like, when they get to Peru, it was like... it was almost like a different movie for me. It was like, I was like, oh, this is fire.
Yeah.
Like, and they started kind of like having those payoffs, having those twists, and kind of like showing different aspects of the themes they were working with. And that's when it really started to kind of hit home for me. The first half for me, I was like, like, it really just didn't hit for me.
Really? It hit for me. Like soon when I was like, oh, this the 90s? Bet. Saw Janet Jackson on the wall. Bet. You know, Tupac playing and all the 90s. I'm cool like that. Like, so when I was like, it's super invested. Because I was like, word? Like, didn't nobody say this? Didn't nobody say it was set in the 90s?
Yeah, nobody did say it was in the 90s.
The trailer didn't even reveal it was in the 90s. So I thought it was cool for me, man.
Yeah.
One thing I did like about the story, though, was the themes. Like how...
definitely.
Protecting your own, doing it as a team.
Exactly.
Family.
Yeah. Teamwork was definitely a big one.
Family was a big the theme here.
Yeah.
You know, because you got the main character. He's trying to make sure, you know, his world stay, you know,
it's
they
safe.
might get wiped out, but then you got Optimus Prime. He's trying to do the same thing. And you know, eventually it showed at the end we all need to work together and we need to be one.
You know what?
One. I wonder if I could do a robot effect on my voice or something.
Oh, I thought you was gonna try and do it now.
I just tried.
try to be a fam. I don't know. I don't remember words.
You are a leader. But anyways.
You are. All right. No, what I was gonna say is, like, they ain't fooling me. Now that I'm thinking about it, so many of these movies that came out had a theme about family, and I think that's all because of the success of Fast and the Furious. Because, you know, that's like a major theme throughout all of those movies. And now all of a sudden, everybody has a theme that is to talk about family and stuff.
Even further to say, I think the reason why is family involved because, you know, that's the audience they're trying to reach. They're trying to reach the widest audience.
True,
right?
Yeah.
They're not trying to just reach me or you or boomers or Z. They're trying to reach the whole entire family.
Is Fast and Furious like a 4-quadrant movie?
Yeah, everybody go see that movie.
I didn't know. You know, I've only seen like 2 of them.
Yeah. So. There's nothing explicit aboutAst and Furious, okay?
I mean,
it's a 4-quad movie, meaning they want the whole family, the grandpa, grandma, niece, nephew. They want you guys to go out there and see it. So it's a blockbuster.
Drive cars off a bridge.
So that's one thing about blockbusters. They're going to try to appeal to the widest audience as possible.
Okay. So that makes sense. Let's see. Is there something else I didn't like?
I did.
Yeah, we weren't fans of Pete Davidson. You come on now.
I'm trying to work for Saturday Night Live. You go? No, I'm just saying.
Nah, I mean, at the end of the day, I wasn't.
So,
okay, I would say his execution wasn't bad. He did his job.
Yeah, he did. I just didn't like his voice.
I wasn't a fan of the casting. Yeah. That's what I'll say. Not saying he's trash.
No. I think Pete Davidson did a really good job. Shout out to Pete. He's been doing his career. Just been skyrocketing.
Right.
But yeah, I really didn't like his voice for
Mirage.
For Mirage.
Yeah.
I was about to say Morales. Mirage. It was okay. It wasn't bad, but it was just like he's such a goofy guy. Yeah. You could just hear the goofiness oozing out of his voice.
Yeah, all the robot noise didn't help.
And I know he was the comedic relief.
Yeah.
But it was like at times I just couldn't take Mirage serious whatsoever because I was like, Pete Davidson, whatever. Dude.
Yeah, you know, that's what it was. It's like I kind of wish there was.
You just hear the goofiness in his voice.
I kind of wish there was somebody that was able to deliver on the parts that were supposed to be serious as well as the parts that were supposed to be funny. Whereas with him, it was just like anything he says is funny. Yeah,
even,
anything he says is funny.
We didn't even do spoilers. I just pop it up on the screen.
Yeah, just throw it on the screen.
Even there was a serious scene towards the end with him and the main character. I did not take that serious.
I didn't take it seriously at all.
I was like, Pete Davidson.
Exactly.
Pete Davidson right there.
That was my only.
It was like, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. You like that's.
Oh yeah.
Like soon I heard that voice, I'm like, man. But everybody else's voice killed it.
Yeah. I didn't even know Michelle Yeoh was in this one. She was Air Raiser. I think.
Shout out to Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah, I was like,
Michelle
dang,
Yeoh,
she been getting around.
She's one of the goats,
I know,
for
right?
real. So,
right.
like, whenever you can have a GOAT, OG involved, you already know, man. Like, anything. I keep messing with this. Anything, everywhere, all at once.
Yeah.
That movie was woo.
I wish we were doing this then. I would have gone crazy over that movie. Oh
God, yeah.
I would have gone insane over that movie.
Don't want to get off track, but when they had the rocks falling and I was crying, I said, damn, this is a good movie.
Yeah, that movie was amazing.
That's a good movie. So anything else about the Transformers that you didn't like?
Nah, that's probably the only thing I didn't like really was like the story, how the story went about halfway through.
Well, explain yourself. Why didn't you like the story?
Oh, it wasn't anything about the story being bad. It just didn't captivate me. Like it felt a little predictable, huh?
Yeah, it felt a little shoot-in.
Yeah, it felt a little predictable. Like I kind of knew, like, oh yeah, Dominique Fishback, she's being undervalued at this whatever museum, but of course she's gonna find. It's like I already knew where everything was going, and so I didn't really feel like it was really captivating my interest. But that's why I said, like, after the midpoint, they're like, oh, we gotta go to Peru, and they went to Peru. It started. I didn't see what happened to Air Razor. I didn't see that coming. So like a lot more of that started to unfold, and I was like, oh, okay, now it kind of picked up a little bit for me. Pretty much for me, I thought the movie was until like the second half. And the second half I thought was fire. I thought the second half was so good.
I thought the movie was fire from the very beginning. I appreciate it. I would have to ask you this. Like, do you think you're being a little more critical because of the director, he's black?
I didn't even know who directed it when I first heard. Yeah, I had no idea who directed it. I just
want to, like, because that is a thing.
Oh, yeah, I understand.
I started doing that. Like, I think my standards sometimes can be a little too high.
A little high, yeah.
And then we got to think we're filmmakers as well.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Right? It gets back to
Kenya Barris.
Yeah, Kenya Barris, what he was in that episode.
Yeah, so I try to be like as fair as possible.
Yeah.
Black or not, whoever you are.
Yeah,
you gonna get these bars.
Yeah, definitely. No, like, I'm being very objective.
Good. If it's not, it's okay.
I'm being very objective because I had no idea who had directed it. No, it's cool.
But Transformers is dope. Favorite scene?
Favorite scene, honestly, I think was during the fight scene when this is definitely this will definitely be a spoiler, but when Mirage, I don't know what happened, he fell into pieces, but the pieces turned Anthony Ramos into Mega Man or whatever. That was fire.
They did not have that type of technology in the 90s. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I keep telling you, it was an alien. It's aliens.
It wouldn't be executed like that in the 90s. Though.
Even as aliens.
No.
Okay, well, I thought
it looked like Iron Man.
Yeah, he turned into
like
Iron Man, Mega Man, and that was my favorite part. And he started going in.
One of my favorite parts was when he tried to steal the car.
Oh, that was funny.
I thought that was so funny.
That was funny.
How the dude just did. He's like, all right.
He did. He let him go. But,
he did a good job.
Tobe, I don't know how to pronounce.
Yeah,
the last part,
he did a really good job. Everybody did a good job across the board. So I'm really excited for the sequel because I did not know Transformers and G.I. Joe was in the same universe.
Me neither, yeah.
Had no idea.
Yeah.
And Doug Stamper was in this from...
Oh, yeah, Doug. Yeah, what's up, Doug?
Doug Stamper was in this movie. I was
popped
so
up
proud.
At the end. I wonder, is he in the G.I. Joe movie? Like the old ones?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, not at all.
I guess that was just random.
So
but
I'm
he was
really
perfect,
looking forward to the sequel if they're going to have like G.I. Joe and Transformers working together. That's going to be something I've never seen before.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, Transformers was a good movie. You can watch it now on, was it Paramount?
Paramount, yes.
You can watch it now on Paramount. Shout out to the team. You guys did an amazing job. The director, man, I know you proud.
Yeah,
Look,
definitely.
I know
yeah,
he's proud and gleaming and already working on the next movie.
What I will say is, like, he should get extra props because I bet directing a Transformers movie is hard.
Ooh, he went from Creed to Transformers.
Yeah, like
Transformers
is not an easy IP for anybody. I already know.
And he made a good one.
Yeah,
so
it's a good movie.
It's a W in my book.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
absolutely.
Shout out to everybody on that team. You can watch Transformers on Paramount.
Yeah.
And go watch it, guys. It's a great movie. Watch with your family.
Yep.
And that's it. Anything else? Oh, did I say my favorite scene? Did I say what I didn't like about the movie?
You said your favorite scene was when he was trying to steal trying to hijack the car.
Yes.
Yeah.
I also want to say is, if you guys didn't know, Transformers was the movie that they used to help Robert Downey with his Iron Man suit, and that's the reason why Iron Man looks so good. It was all because of the technology and what they did with the OG Transformers.
Oh, the technology.
Yeah.
Right, because I know they were saying that they were going to have it be practical, and he was like, I can't do this. It's way too heavy.
It
was hot.
Took him a long time. He had to pee.
And he was like, I'm not about to keep doing this. And so they were like, all right, CG it.
Yeah,
okay, all right.
That CG looked amazing. So that's a fun fact. Also, I kind of wish, since it was set in the 90s, I wish it had more of a 90s blockbuster action feel to it, a little bit more.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Because it was the 90s. You already know how 90s blockbusters was.
Yeah,
so
like
it would
Men in
have been
Black
nice to see, something like that. Or maybe well, I don't know if Michael Bay be mad you stole my shot, but we definitely should have got the Michael Bay
spinning shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
You got to pay homage.
You know what? I wish he would have asked him. He should have asked him, like, can I use this shot for this in Peru? Imagine Dominique Fishback and Anthony Ramos in that spinning shot in Peru with
after the
massive explosions.
Like,
it would be fire.
That would have been fire.
But
other than that, this is Transformers.
Yep. Go see it.
Yeah.